Today, we're going back to the noughties as we pick our favourite movies from each year between 2005 and 2009. From Batman Begins to Inglourious Bastards, there's lots of great movies to choose from, but will we agree on any of them? Let's find out on the Late Night Movie Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 32nd episode of the Late Night Movie Podcast, your place for movie reviews, hot takes, and quiz shows. I'm your host, Welchy, and joining me tonight are Mr. Pop Figures himself, Andy.
Hello guys, pleasure to be back. Looking forward to this topic. I've only seen one of those two films you mentioned, by the way. I don't think I've seen Inglourious Bastards,
Neither have
but
I,
I think
Andy.
I've heard a lot
Neither
about
have
it.
I. We're going to reveal
Is it
that,
what?
but
Like
neither have I.
to football or like American football or something like that?
No, it's like a war film
Oh,
or
it's,
something like Nazi film, isn't
oh,
it?
it's, is it? There you go. That's how much
Oh
I
my
know.
god! Can I leave this podcast now? Are you both taking the piss? You've angered me within 30 seconds of this video started.
I'll introduce him. We're also joined by our horror expert, Stephen.
I'm like massive Tarantino fan. Oh my god! Hello guys, nice to be back here. Man, Quentin Tarantino is best is World War II Nazi Germany. Brad Pitt, like what? Oh,
I must not be that
wash your fucking mouth out, mate.
good.
It's on my list. It's on my list to watch one day. As you can tell, there's going to be some hot takes today. And a little kind of update. This is being pre-recorded on the 5th of August, but will release, I don't even know when it's releasing in terms of exact date. I'm going to be on holiday, so we have to pre-record one early. So this will be a slightly shorter episode. We're not going to go into what we've been watching because we literally spoke about it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We recorded the Quake review episode 2 days ago. So we're just going to go straight into it today to keep this nice and brief, but hopefully it'll be a good one. We can spend a lot more time on topic of the week. So let's go straight into it. As mentioned in the cold open, we're picking our favourite movies from 2005 to 2009. But before we do that, let's go into some quick housekeeping. Of course, this is the Late Night Movie Podcast. We drop new episodes every week, typically on a Tuesday. If you enjoy the podcast, then please do consider following or subscribing on your favourite podcast service, and also leave a rating, as that really helps support the podcast a lot. You can follow us on all major socials with the handle @TheLNGPod, and you can join our Discord using the link in the podcast description if you want to chat movies, TV shows, and video games. If you're listening or watching on Spotify, you can also leave comments there for us to read out. And of course, the podcast is now available on YouTube if that is your platform of choice. Our content schedule for the week, I don't know. Well, I know what it's going to be that week. It's going to be whatever week this releases, which will be the week of the week commencing the 18th, that week. The Tuesday will be this one, the top movies from 2005 to 2009. And Thursday will be the gaming podcast, Late Night Gamer Podcast, where that topic is undecided right now. And finally, this episode is sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks. Dubby have a wide range of different flavour energy drinks for you to choose from, and even have some caffeine-free options. If you want an energy drink for your long gaming sessions, then you can get a 10% discount on all Dubby products by using the code TheLNGPod at checkout. That's TheLNGPod for a 10% discount. Okay, so I said I'm going to start introducing some rotating segments after housekeeping and before topic of the week. We've been doing our Spotify playlist. Today we've got a new rotating segment.
Oh, how exciting.
Haven't kept you involved in this one, so this is a surprise for you two.
No,
And
putting us
it
on
is
the
plucked
spotlight.
straight from one of our quiz shows we've done before.
Okay.
This is called What List Is This?
Oh, okay. Like the top
Okay.
10 one.
So I am going to read out a top 10 list of some sort.
Yep.
in order from 10 to 1, and you need to tell me what list this is.
Okay.
So you're competing against each other, a bit of friendly, and not kind of keeping track as a friendly competition.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is based on the movie podcast, not the gaming podcast.
I need to remember that because I was just thinking games then. I was thinking
Yeah.
about the fourth one again.
Yeah.
But yeah. Movie side. Okay, movie side.
So yeah, for anyone listening or watching, I'm going to go through a top 10 list of, I'll tell you, it's movies. And then after each one I pick, or each one I say, Andy and Stephen can have a guess as to what they think this list could be talking about. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
So number 10 is Despicable Me. Andy?
Top 10 animated films.
Incorrect.
I'm not
You
going
don't
to
have to guess. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Keep
Number
going.
9, Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Um,
Andy?
top 10 films with Ryan Gosling in it? Is he in that? I think it's him in
It's not
Nightcrawler.
Ryan Gosling, but that's incorrect.
Ah, okay. I don't know if he's in
Do you want to
Pacific.
skip?
Yeah, no. I want a bit more.
Number 8, Joker.
Nightcrawler, Joker.
Stephen?
Top 10 movies released by Universal Studios.
Interesting. That's incorrect. They might be,
Okay.
but this is not the list.
Okay.
Top 10 movies where the main actor name begins with a J.
That doesn't even work for Joker because that's not his name.
It's
Yeah,
Joaquin Phoenix,
it's
though,
okay.
isn't it? You're saying actor. You said actor.
Yeah, I said
not
actor.
character.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said character. Okay, my apologies. I was about to say because that's not
Because
Joker.
that is Joaquin Phoenix, Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yeah.
but Despicable Me is Steve Carell, right?
Yeah, so that doesn't work either.
I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah.
That was a random guess.
It was. You got 2 out of 3. At 7, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
Stephen?
The top 10 highest grossing movies of a weekend, something like that.
Incorrect.
Okay. They don't even have a connection. This is really weird now.
I would say something to do with like highest, but I don't think Nightcrawler done that well. Like, I remember watching it. I think it's that film where he's a reporter and then he starts killing people and making his own like cases and reporting on it. But I don't remember if that done really well. But top 10 grossing films for their year that they released.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Because like Despicable Me and Wolf of Wall Street are 2 very different types of movies, so that makes it even harder now.
There's a connection somewhere.
Okay.
Number 6, American Psycho.
Okay, now you're getting fucking crazy with this.
Top 10 movies set in New York City?
Incorrect.
Okay.
Although, yeah, that could be right, but it's not.
No. Okay.
Top 10 movies that are somehow linked to a bat.
Incorrect.
Oh, bat.
Incorrect. I mean, I see the logic, but no.
Linked to Black Adam, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the logic.
Christian Bale.
Number 5, Clockwork Orange.
Okay. So
That's a lot old. That's an older film, so I like
1971, Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece.
Mm.
Oh no, it can't be that because Wolf of Wall Street is not published by them.
This is a weird list.
Yeah, I'm so baffled because
You'll get it when I tell you it.
Like,
you'll get it. But hopefully you get it before that. No guesses?
Can't be anything to do with like worst movies because Wolf of Wall Street and like there's too many good films in there. Yeah, no guesses on that one for me.
Number 4, Scarface.
Okay, top 10 movies that set world records.
Incorrect.
Okay. I'm thinking about that because Wolf of Wall Street at the time had the world record for most swear words in a movie. So I thought maybe all of those movies had some kind of Guinness Book of World Records, but no, okay. So what was that one that you just said? The movie?
Scarface.
Okay.
I know you like your weird list. Maybe something like top 10 films where there's been a car crash or a crashed up car.
Incorrect. What I will do, I realised that we're going through quite a few. I'm going to just go through 10 to 4 again just to remind you, and maybe hearing it in order would help.
Yeah.
10 was Despicable Me. 9, Nightcrawler. 8, Joker. 7, The Wolf of Wall Street. 6, American Psycho. 5, A Clockwork Orange. And 4, Scarface. Stephen.
Top 10 movies that have someone narrating the movie.
Incorrect.
Oh, I thought I had it then.
Interesting. I don't remember Joker having that. Maybe it did actually. I can't remember.
No, I don't think it did
No.
actually fit, but I'm thinking like
And
Wolf of
Despicable
Wall
Me
Street,
doesn't, I don't
American
think.
Psycho, and yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. Yes, I got for actually, so that isn't actually a very good
It's
guess.
still,
Now that I think about it.
when you're on the other side of this, I know it's harder. 3, Taxi Driver. Andy.
Top 10 movies that begin with a different letter of the alphabet.
I'm not acknowledging that answer. What the hell is that?
I don't know. They all begin with a different letter. That's the only thing I can notice at the moment.
Yeah, I guess.
No, just
You never know.
Stephen,
I'd
any
been
guesses?
livid. If that had been the actual answer, I'm fucking livid. See, do you know what? I keep thinking of Robert De Niro because of him being involved in Joker, Taxi Driver, but then like he had no
he's in
involvement
Joker.
in Wolf of Wall Street, and he's not in Despicable Me either. So, I don't have anything, but I did think has it got some connection to Robert De Niro, but I don't think it has.
This is a good one, man.
2, The Godfather.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Top 10 movies with the most one-line or quotes. It's something to do with the quotes of the movie being really recognizable. I know that you can't really shorten that down, but like
Incorrect.
they've all got. Oh, okay. Ignore me for trying to detail that.
I knew what you were trying to say.
I don't know.
There's a connection
Like
here, guys. There's a connection here.
I start to think of something, and then I think and I think of Nightcrawler, or like another film,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it can't be it.
I was thinking of like sequels, but like Wolf of Wall Street didn't have a sequel, so it can't be anything to do with that.
Did American Psycho have a sequel?
Yeah, American Psycho had a sequel.
Okay.
American Psycho 2, where a lady takes the central role of being a crazy person, lures men in with her looks, and then murders them.
Top 10 movies where the main character gets arrested.
Incorrect.
Ah,
Not a bad one though.
That's
actually.
not bad.
Not a bad job.
I'm sure they're probably doing every single one of these. Number 1, Psycho.
You're kidding me.
Top 10 scenes that have got a shower in them, or
No.
top 10 movies that have got a shower scene in them. Okay.
So I'm going to read the list again, 10 to 1.
Yep.
10 was Despicable Me. And try and, as it's going down, get this connection. There's a connection here.
It's hard, man.
I know it is. 10, Despicable Me. 9, Nightcrawler. 8, Joker. 7, Wolf of Wall Street. 6, American Psycho. 5, A Clockwork Orange. 4, Scarface. 3, Taxi Driver. 2, The Godfather. And 1, Psycho. Andy.
Top 10 movies where the actor has won an Oscar.
Incorrect.
Top 10 movies set in America.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Top 10 movies with a sidekick. Not that applies
Incorrect.
to.
I'm running out of like guesses. I really don't see this connection.
Have a couple guesses more if you want, and then I'll reveal the answer.
I'm trying to think. There's quite a couple like horror and gangster films in there.
And then you've got fucking Despicable Me in that list. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. But like there's so many there's voice actors obviously in Despicable Me. So it's like is one of them plays a gangster in
You're
one
looking.
of them
You're
films.
looking in the wrong direction.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
But they're all so different though. Like Despicable Me, Nightcrawler,
They're different, but they
and
have
the gangster
one.
films, the horror films.
They have one particular
Well, yeah,
thing,
that's the thing we need to get.
which is I can't. I might as well tease you what it is. It's about the main character.
Did I already say where the main character dies? No, because he doesn't die. It's just Despicable Me or Wolf of Wall Street.
Main character.
Sense.
top 10 movies where the main characters are male.
Incorrect.
Oh, that was
But
good.
that would just be like so many different films could be in there.
Yeah,
More rather than
yeah,
Despicable
true.
Me.
Yeah.
No offense to Despicable Me, but
top 10 movies where the main actor didn't win an Oscar after so many years.
no. I like the theory. Did Joaquin Phoenix win for this? Because he was bloody good in Joker.
He didn't win it, unfortunately, but he
Damn.
should have. He should have. I think he got nominated, actually. I don't think he won. I think he might have won something maybe
yeah.
like at the BAFTAs or at the other award ceremony. You've got like the BAFTAs, you've got the Oscars, and then you've got the
Golden
Emmys,
Globes.
the Primetime Emmys, and Golden Globes. So I think he won one of those.
I'm going to reveal the answer because we need to move on.
Yeah. That's a tricky one. This is going to piss me off.
If this is like really glaring obvious, I'm going to be like, what?
I think it's going to wind you up. 10 best movies where the villain is the protagonist.
I didn't think of that. I don't really think of villains when I think of like movies and stuff. Whereas you normally always go to the good guy or like the hero.
In the Godfather, they classed him as a villain.
I actually took a little bit against Wolf of Wall Street because he's not really a villain.
Oh no, mate, he absolutely is.
He
scams. he scams like thousands of people and makes legitimate money.
He's
like
done it, right?
He's not. And let's not forget what he does to Margot Robbie towards the end of the movie.
True.
With the old domestic abuse, like, yeah, he's not a good guy. He kind of one of those where you watch it and you're like, I want to start a business. I'm gonna have the life that he's having, but he is a massive dick. Scarface, yeah. Alex, especially from A Clockwork Orange, is not a good guy.
American Psycho, Joker.
Yeah.
When you hear it, it's like, oh, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have got that.
Films.
Yeah.
All the films are so different. It's like that's a hard one to link together.
So that was done by I'm guessing just a website. It might be a newspaper or a magazine called Collider. I haven't heard of them personally, but
okay.
I specifically searched for this list. I was trying to think of what list to do, and I thought that's probably one they might be able to get. And obviously, it's much easier me saying that than when just hearing it. But cool, that was fun. It's fun getting your answers. Some of them made sense that you're like, as you were going through, it made sense for the ones you'd heard.
Yeah.
But obviously didn't fit every movie. Okay, well, let's move on to topic of the week. Topic of the week. Topic of the week this week is, well, we're picking our favorite movies from 2005 to 2009. So we've done this so far from 1990. I think we started at.
Yeah.
We've done it a bit slower on the movie side because we've had quite a lot of reviews to do, whereas on the gaming side, we're already up to 2020 now. But we're back on the movie side doing it. So we're starting from 2005. Each one of us will reveal our favorite movie for that year, starting at 2005, and then we will quickly shout out some honorable mentions once we've all done our one pick before we move on to the next year. Pretty simple concept. It's always been fun. I always enjoyed doing this one. This week, let's start with Stephen.
Oh, okay. So you want me to say the winning one first, and then we'll do our honorable mentions after?
Once we've all done our number one.
Yeah. Cool. So my winning movie from 2005, and there were these I will say were really, really difficult to do because the level of movies in these 5 years are just insane. 2005 there was a clear winner for me, and it was a little film called Sin City. Because I absolutely love Sin City. As I was growing up watching it, I sort of got really on board the whole Kill Bill, Quentin Tarantino, because as you saw from the beginning of this video, anyone that says a bad word about Quentin Tarantino literally boils my blood.
We didn't say a bad word. We just said we hadn't seen a particular film. So
I put that in the same category. It's really bad.
I haven't seen Sin City.
Yeah, okay. At least I've seen Sin City.
Yeah. So it's Quentin Tarantino actually does direct one sequence in the film. He comes on as a special guest director. A funny story that Robert Rodriguez, who is the director in Sin City, done the soundtrack to Kill Bill Volume 2, and Quentin Tarantino paid him dollar to do that because they're really good friends. And then Rob Rodriguez gave him the directing gig in one scene in Sin City. So it's like there's a full story behind that. The cast in Sin City is just absolutely wild. You've got like Bruce Willis, Mickey Rourke, you've got Clive Owen.
Isn't Jessica Alba in the first one?
Jessica Alba's in the first one as well. Michael Clark Duncan, Nick, Elijah Wood's in it, actually. Funny enough, he plays a really seedy character, if you remember, in Sin City. And then, like, even Nick Stahl at the beginning of the film. And it's set on like 4 different stories set in the world of Basin City, based on the comic book. But what it is it's set like in a comic book style. So a lot of the movie is black and white. And then when there's like violence, the blood like goes into really high red, and then like there are other colours that bleed across. It's just a really, really good movie. It looks like you're watching literally the comic book coming out of the pages onto the big screen. And I just think it's a brilliant movie. There's some really messed up bits in it. There's one bit towards the end that, like, if you're a dude, it hurts. And I'm telling you, it really fucking hurts. I don't know if you remember that sequence, Andy. It's like towards the end of the film with the yellow guy.
Watch it.
Oh,
yeah.
And I think the level of violence as well in the movie. I mean, it was funny because my dad, I got a quick funny story about this. He wouldn't let me watch Sin City for a couple of years because he thought like it was too violent and messed up. But he would let me watch like Kill Bill, and I was like, when I watched Sin City, I was like, they're literally on par with each other. I think I was really poorly in hospital, and I got the 300 video game on PSP. But I was like, when you get out of hospital, son, you can now watch Sin City, and I was like, yes. Because it was also during the time where I was like obsessed with Bruce Willis, so like seeing him on the cover, and he's like really, really cool. It's like he went from a stage of going bald, and then he got hair specifically for it, and then I never saw him with hair again after this film. It's Frank Miller as well, so it's got like Batman Dark Knight roots in it because he wrote some of the comic books. Robert Rodriguez, who then went on to do Machete and Spy Kids. And then obviously you've got Tarantino there as guest director. So yeah, highly recommended if you've not seen it. It is a really, really good film.
Cool. Andy, 2005?
Yeah, so obviously you guys know what it is. And being a massive Star Wars fan, anyone that knows me will know what it is as well. But it is Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, it's by far my favorite Star Wars movie. I think originally it got a lot of hate, and Hayden, particularly for his portrayal of Anakin, got a lot of hate by, I think, the older generation for it. But yeah, it was my favorite Star Wars film when I watched it. Number 2 follows just slightly behind it. It is great. I went to the cinema to watch this when it first released. I remember going with my uncle and my cousin, and yeah, sat down from beginning to end. It starts off action. I can't even remember how long the film is. I know it's quite a long film, but because it's just action packed all the way throughout, it doesn't feel like it. And obviously, then it gives you the reveal of Darth Vader at the end, which is obviously a massive part in the franchise. Yeah, everyone should have watched Star Wars by now, Stephen.
All these films, by the way, are 20 years old this year.
Yeah,
that is crazy. That is crazy. I don't know. I'm trying to think if they had it in. I think they had it in cinema last year, but
yeah,
it would be the 20th anniversary this year, wouldn't it?
I think they released it last year in cinemas, but it was for the 20th anniversary. Because I remember it popping up on Odeon, and it said in brackets 20th anniversary, but for some weird reason, it definitely came out last year.
Yeah, because I think I was planning to go watch it, but unfortunately didn't have enough time. But yeah, obviously the actors, like I said, Hayden, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the villains in this, Count Dooku, General Grievous. You have so many villains, and then obviously Palpatine as well, his portrayal. It's just a great movie. The action scenes, the whole Order 66. Everyone know, like, if other than Steven, anyone else should know what Order 66 means. The whole Anakin attacking the Jedi Temple. I then obviously got the game, and I think I mentioned the game. That's where I might have got the link from before from my other podcast. But yeah, I loved playing through that scene in the game, watching it on the big screen. It was just incredible. When I watch it now, it still gives me goosebumps. Seeing what happens. So it's just the best Star Wars movie. So it's easily my top film from that year.
I have a question. Is C3PO and R2D2 in the film?
They are definitely in this. C3PO isn't, is it?
I can't remember.
It's definitely got R2D. It's definitely got R2D2 in it. I can't picture C3PO being in it, so don't quote me on that because he might make an appearance.
Okay. I was trying to say to take the piss, but actually I didn't realize that there was a reason that maybe he one or if not both of them may not be in the film. But
No, yeah, R2D2 is definitely in it because I remember scenes
okay.
with him specifically, but I think C3PO
Yeah.
might not be. But yeah, it's a great film, and the way it ends, obviously it's the last film, but in the middle, obviously the sixth, so
Yeah.
it just concludes the whole story and puts everything together quite nicely. And yeah, I loved it, and I think it's the best Star Wars films that has like the best villains in it. I quite like Darth Maul in the first one, but like General Grievous, Count Dooku, the combination of them two, and then obviously the what's Palpatine's when he's in his bad form? I can't
Serious?
remember. Sith. It's not Sirius.
Serious?
No, that's
Darth Sidious?
Darth Sidious.
Sidious,
Darth
Sidious,
Sidious.
not Sirius.
Yeah.
Sidious. Sirius Black is Harry Potter. I'm getting the
I
wrong
like the
films.
slow, yeah. So all their characters. Obviously, this has got Samuel L. Jackson in it as well as Mace Windu. Yeah, it's obviously Yoda as well. It's just all the best Jedi's, all the best villains put into one film, and it's a great story and it concludes everything quite nicely. So yeah,
I
it's a
will
must
add that I do know some of those names, but only because of Fortnite. Because
watch.
some of them are in my locker. But some of the names are recognisable.
You're the actual meme.
Yeah.
Cool. And when I was going through mine earlier, Andy, as soon as I saw that film, I was like, well, that's Andy's one. That's set.
Yeah.
Mine is different to both of you. Mine is War of the Worlds.
Okay.
Oh,
Tom
Yeah.
okay. Is
Cruise
that Tom
movie.
Cruise? Yeah.
Yes.
You do love a bit of your own Tom Cruise.
I do, and I didn't realize how much I loved him until this year. But this is a film that me and my family always loved. I remember watching it with them for the first time. I don't think it went to cinema, but on DVD. And instantly, it's just one of those films that always sticks with me. And sometimes even when I'm driving, I think about it because I think about what would we do if a
Yeah.
massive machine, alien machine, just appeared over the horizon. I'd be like what would I actually do? It's always been kind of, it's obviously not horror, but it scared me in that sense of like alien invasion. And it's one I always want to rewatch. I haven't watched it in a long time, but it's just an easy film for me to watch. I love it. The scene when they're in the basement of the house and the long kind of arm camera thing comes in looking for them, almost like Jurassic Park style. You know, that kind of classic. They hide and it's just about to find them, and it doesn't. It goes away. And obviously, Scary Movie 4 takes the piss out of this film in a very funny way as well.
I was literally in my head thinking of all the scenes in Scary Movie 4, which we may get onto in the next bit. I think because it's relevant to all the world. So you know the scene where the massive thing comes up and it turns out to be the massive tripod, and then it plays Karma Chameleon, and everyone's like singing dancing, and then it goes destroy humanity. I'm like, fucking just genius.
Yeah.
Or like that other bit where he's like, Dad, what's going on? And the guy just goes through there and goes, hey. Well, that about sums it up, really. Oh man, brilliant.
Yeah, but the actual film is also brilliant. I don't know how well it's received and everything and that, like critically, but for me, it's just a film that I've loved. Me and my family have always loved it. There's a lot of good films in this year, but I had to pick it because it's the one I think most fondly of.
I think when it came out, it was really like well received. I think it was one of the, when I looked at the movies for 2005, I'm pretty sure it's like the second highest grossing movie of that year as well.
Okay.
And also, I don't know
Probably
if you remember,
Star
but
Wars,
it was
right?
like,
It's got to be
Star Wars.
And there was another, I think there was another one, which I'm assuming you're going to mention in your honorable mentions. But also, like, my dad had the DVD, and it was like the 2-disc special edition that, like, there was a time where every DVD you could only get as a 2-disc special edition of it, which that's now been replaced with mainly steelbooks. But yeah, we had it in the collection. I can't actually remember all of the movie through, so whether I watched it like halfway as a kid and stopped watching it, or I'd need to go back and rewatch it, because when you were talking about it, I instantly think of Scary Movie 4. I don't actually think of the movie. but I must have come across it at some point. It probably does deserve a rewatch
It is honestly
now.
fantastic, in my mind anyway.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions then. I'll go for a few of mine. I mean, Andy, we know you haven't got any on this one, so
Yeah.
we'll just skip you on this one. So obviously, I mentioned it in the cold open, but Batman Begins came out in 2005. Obviously, starting a fantastic trilogy. American Pie Bandcamp. I have to shout out American Pie Bandcamp.
American Pie, I love it. All of them.
I had Revenge of the Sith. I had Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Although it's my girlfriend's least favorite because it's the one that apparently is the least. It takes away a lot from the book. Yeah.
Okay.
Green Street. Obviously, you mentioned Elijah Wood a minute
Oh,
ago.
Green Street.
Was 2005 as well. Madagascar, underrated animation film. I tried to get my kids into it. They actually don't like it, but they will one day.
Oh no.
Hitch, Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Fantastic Four, very topical at the moment, but the original Fantastic Four, 2005.
Great.
And Saw 2, which is
No.
one of my favorite Saws actually.
Yeah.
That's all mine.
That's
Steven,
the one.
so-
That's the one where they're in the house,
yeah.
almost like the mate. Yeah, yeah.
It's the one with
A
the
lot
the
of
needles.
my
Remember the needles one? She's chucked into the
yes,
needles.
yes, yeah, I do. Yeah, all that's yeah, I remember that scene. So yeah, a lot of mine are similar. So I had Batman Begins. I had Hostel, Eli Roth's Hostel from
Never watched
2005.
Hostel.
Very good horror movie for sure. I had V for Vendetta, which I really enjoyed. I think that's a really good film. It's from the guys that made The Matrix. I don't know if either of you've
Okay.
seen V for
No, I
Vendetta.
No.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
definitely rate it. It's one of the darkest. Like it makes Matrix look more like a kids' film when you actually watch V for Vendetta. And it's very, very smart. I had Green Street. I also had The Business. Danny Dyer's The Business when he goes on
Yeah, I've seen that.
holiday. Yeah, great film. I also had Saw 2. I had King Kong, which everyone knows from the Late Night Game podcast how much I love.
I saw it, and I just remember being in the cinema thinking, "This is so fucking long."
Oh yeah, it's free. It is 3 hours long.
You still do that now.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
But it is a very, very good movie. And obviously the official game of the movie is, I actually think the video game is better than the movie itself, but
Probably
I still
is.
enjoy the movie. I had Madagascar as well. I saw all three. I do think the Madagascar films got progressively worse
Yes.
over time, but the original is amazing. I had The 40-Year-Old Virgin because I think
Oh, is
that
that
movie's
2005?
fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's 2005. Joe Apatow's
Ooh.
directorial debut. Brilliant film.
I still would have picked War of the Worlds, but that would have been high.
It's cringe-inducing, just hilarity. I had The Descent, which is one of, if you're a fan of or not a fan of claustrophobia, The Descent will fuck you up because of that. It's brilliant. And I also had the 2005 Fantastic Four, which is relevant as well.
I can't believe I missed 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Interesting.
What a fucking film. Steve Carell's an absolute genius.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's move on to 2006. Start with Andy this time.
Okay, so this was an easy one for me. It's actually been on our movie podcast before in one of our eight said reviews, and that is Half
You
Nelson.
bastard. You bastard. 'Cause I was going to make the same joke.
That's so funny.
I'm about to say that. What, 2006?
Oh, man, you ruined my joke.
Oh, that's really good. I saw it. I was like, I've got a joke about that.
Yeah. It's literally here to say it.
Very good.
I knew I should have started this one.
This one was a hard choice, but I went for a film that I watched so many times, and I don't even remember the plot line. It's a James Bond film, and it's Casino Royale.
Yeah.
But I just remember when this came. It's my favorite James Bond film to date. I remember when it came out, watching it and like loving all the action scenes. When he puts on the tux, I think there is a poker scene in it, and
Yes.
I can't remember her name now, but something Green, Eva Green, is it? The main woman. I quite like her in films and stuff as well. So her performance in
bet you
there has
do.
been her in it. She's just a good actress.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously it was like one of the first. I like the I quite like all the James Bond films and seen them sort of most of them on repeat. But like just watching this and some of like the car scenes, like I feel like they took it to a whole new level with what they could do with like the action scenes and stuff.
Mhm.
Was this was Daniel Craig's first film as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. The fact that they started off with this film, I was like, oh my god, the next 3 films after this are going to be like, if they keep it up to this level, it's going to be mental. And yeah, I can't even remember what the main plot line now was. Obviously, I know it's James Bond always saving the world, but I can't remember who the main villain was. But yeah, just the new gadgets, the cars, the Aston Martin, all that sort of stuff. It's incredible, and I feel like they took it to new heights with Casino Royale. And I remember, I think it was one of the films I had on DVD, and it had like 2 discs that you had, because it was so long, had to switch over the discs, and I was like, um, it was like same with Goodfellas. I
Really?
remember doing it. Huh?
Well, it had 2 discs that you, because it's only like what, 2 hours, 2 hours 15.
Yeah, maybe it was something else. I remember it having 2 discs in there. Um, but yeah, it was a long
Yeah.
film. 2 hours 50 is a long film. Like Goodfellas was probably around the same length, and that had two
No,
discs to switch
two
over.
2 hours 15, 2 hours
Okay.
15 minutes. But yeah, it is still fairly long. I think it just goes back to my point of that most movies at that time were all 2 disc special editions type
Yeah,
DVDs.
yeah,
It always felt like those were the only ones you were buying. But yeah, no, very good choice. I love Casino Royale.
yeah,
I think it's the first James Bond movie that people forget about. There's a real like tough torture sequence where James Bond gets attacked, he
yeah,
gets whipped at the back of his feet, and it's like the first James Bond movie where you like wince. And I thought they did that really well, in terms of like feeling the actual pain. And it was a much more sort of modern take, because I think at that point the James Bond franchise was a little bit of a gimmick. People were like taking the piss out of like what Pierce Brosnan had done. I thought he was quite good in Die Another Day, but
I
they
see. I
mod
love that film. I loved all his
yeah.
films. I loved as
So
well.
I
So
thought he was really good, but I know that a lot of people weren't massively happy with him. But I do think that they, like, similar to what they did with the Batman franchise, modernized it and brought us a very, very good first film. That then it was a case of every other film has got to live up to what Casino Royale did.
yeah, yeah, and I feel like it, like you say with the torture scene, it was just a darker James Bond film as
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
where they could sort of experiment more with those sort of scenes. But yeah, and Daniel Craig's first appearance as James Bond, I think he like pulled it out of the bag, and that's a lot of
Yeah.
pressure to play a Bond character.
Yeah.
So
A shame to
well done
admit
to
this
him.
as a host of a movie podcast, but that's the only James Bond I've ever seen is Casino Royale.
That's the only one you've only.
That's the
That's
only
the
one I've
only
seen.
one you.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh my god.
Mate, you
maybe
got to watch
You.
like Skyfall if that's the first
I
place
know.
you got to go to.
Maybe now I've done all the Mission Impossibles, I'll go back and do James Bond at some point. But
Yeah,
Oh, you got
there's
a
a
lot of
lot more.
films. You start from the
I
beginning.
know.
I also have another fun fact that originally, and we've already spoke about him tonight on this podcast, Quentin Tarantino was in line to direct Casino Royale. Can you imagine a Quentin Tarantino James Bond movie?
I can't because I
It
haven't
was
watched many
Uh,
Quentin Tarantino films.
well, but like there was a lot of in the air of that's what all the fans wanted to see, and then it obviously didn't happen. But then he joked saying that if he did a James Bond film, just everyone would just get killed because that's literally what
yeah.
Tarantino does.
Well,
They'd be like, "Hi,
I'm,
James Bond, bang!"
the next
I'm
one
so
is
surprised you.
Delis Villeneuve, isn't it, from June?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't watched more Welchy, considering how much you like James Bond games.
I love the games. I love the
Yeah.
games. But, yeah, it's a massive as is Quentin Tarantino movies, a massive blind spot on my list. But
Yeah.
no, good choice. It was in my top. It was probably my second choice actually, but my choice is Borat.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
someone might say Borat.
It's
And
just. Is it yours as well, Stephen?
we've got a match.
Yeah.
Mine is also
Oh,
Borat.
nice.
Borat
Yeah.
is just one of the best comedies
Funny.
ever made, in my opinion. It's one of the most quotable movies ever made, and it is just genius. The story doesn't matter, although there is a small story there. It's just constant laughs, and I
Yeah.
still go back and search TikToks. Like obviously, TikTok
Yeah.
wasn't around, but they're still making TikToks of it, or like YouTube clips of certain scenes, like the scene where he's in the house and the guy's retired, and he says, "Oh, you're retarded." Like it's, and you can tell the guy's like, "Oh no, I'm retired," and he's like, "Is it physical or mental?" It's like it's so funny.
There's a lot of funny scenes.
And obviously,
When he gets into the lift and he thinks that's his room. Like,
yeah, there's so many. And I actually
Yeah.
think a lot of things nowadays we say like wouldn't be able to be done today, but I still think Borat could. Like it doesn't take it too far. Don't get me wrong, some bits are pretty bad, but
Yeah.
I still think and it was done recently. I mean, the sequel was done in 2020. or 2021.
Yeah,
It was during COVID.
I've not actually seen the sequel yet,
Oh
but it is on
man,
my list. Is it good?
the sequel is amazing. There's a particular scene which is just unbelievably funny. There's
Okay.
multiple, but I would say the first one's better because it's more iconic and like it's the first one.
Yeah.
But the second one is fantastic as well. It's definitely worth a watch. And it happened. Obviously, this is the guy who does these things. All happen. Like he's doing this, and these are real people, real reactions to him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah.
COVID happens while he's filming this, and it's so funny. It's just so funny. And it's like the Donald Trump like kind of era as well. So
Yeah.
it's very good. But yeah, Borat, iconic comedy. A lot of good films. Actually, not a lot. Half Nelson was in there. And you've ruined my joke, Andy. So,
Yeah, sorry.
Stephen,
You're not
you
going
can
back to
speak
the
up
next
Borat if you want.
podcast. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it opened my eyes to the genius that is Sacha Baron
Oh,
Cohen. And obviously we'll talk about his other movies, but like just Borat on a whole I completely echo everything that you said, is absolutely jaw dropping. I think my favourite sequence is, I can't remember if this is in the actual movie or maybe one of the deleted scenes, but I see it on YouTube and TikTok all the time when he has to drive a lesson with the dude. And
Yeah.
he's like, and he goes like, "Oh, there's a woman in this car. Should we follow her?" And it's like, and have sex and go. And he's like, "The girl needs to have consent." And then like, as he's going around the corner, it's like, "Don't hit the children. We mustn't hit the children." He goes, "Can we not hit the children?" And then he like brings out a bottle of like whiskey and he starts drinking it while driving. And he's like, "For God's sake, you can't do that while you're driving. It's illegal." It's just absolutely like nail bitingly, embarrassingly funny. What is also interesting is that Todd Phillips, who went on to do Joker, co-wrote Borat.
Oh,
So
okay.
like he then went on to then do The Hangover, but his first involvement was
Wow.
with Larry Charles and Sacha Baron Cohen
Successful
in
career.
Borat. Yeah, literally. I remember when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my God, Todd Phillips did Borat." I never knew. But yeah, just really funny. Obviously, it's offensive, and I think what makes it funnier is that the reactions are genuine because he
Real,
does it
yes.
and he does it with a straight face. We spoke about it like with
Yeah.
Airplane and Naked Gun. I always think comedy's much better when it is delivered straight,
Yeah.
and there's like an intentional purpose and there's like smart satire behind it. And now, having spoke about it, I really now want to catch the sequel at some point.
It's one of those films that I always want to rewatch because you'll always
Yeah.
find it funny. Like it doesn't matter how many
Yeah.
times you watch it.
What
Yeah.
I will say, which is kind of a spoiler for the later years, out of the main movies, it isn't my favourite Sacha Baron Cohen one, but I love Borat anyway.
Okay, I think
That's
I know
all
what
I
your
will
favorite
say.
is then. Honorable mentions, Stephen, you can start.
Yes, so I didn't have a lot really for 2006, but I did have The Departed, the Martin Scorsese gangster movie,
I've heard
which
very
I
good things
don't
about
know.
that.
It is very good.
It is very, very good. It's got Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, and yeah, it's a fantastic film. Obviously, Scary Movie 4, which like I remember at the time when that came out, because of how amazing Scary Movie 3 was, I was like, "Oh, that's all right," but like it wasn't as good as number 3. The more I watch it, and as the older I get, it is hilarious. The take on Saw, War of the World, like, oh man,
It's the
it
wrong
has got
foot.
so, yeah,
It feels like his
it's
wrong foot.
like,
There's the other scene
yeah,
with oh God, I can't remember the horror film. I've not watched the horror film myself, but it's the little Japanese kid.
yeah, The Grudge. They
The
take the piss
Grudge.
out The Grudge.
That scene is hilarious when she's just saying
Yeah.
Japanese like companies.
Yeah, but I also love the bit where like Sydney goes and she's looking after the old woman and like she puts the sponge in like the water, but accidentally then puts it in her urine. So then she's like cleaning her with her own piss because she can't speak. Then she gets the hose and just like vaporizes her. And also, I mean, I know Welchy, you might find this a bit upsetting, but they take the piss out of Tom Cruise for his weird appearance on Oprah. Do you remember many years ago? He went on. Tom Cruise went on the Oprah
Yeah,
Winfrey show and
yeah,
acted a little bit erratic. And at the end of Scary Movie 4, Tom Ryan takes the piss out of that. Um,
yeah.
yeah, because even though Tom Cruise now is like mellow, there was a time where he
Oh
was
no, he's still a weird man.
well, but he was even weirder
Yeah.
in like the late 2000s. It was around the time where the whole Scientology thing was happening, and like when
Yes.
that's when South Park took the piss and all of that. I also had Saw 3, which that's the one with the guy has got all the piercings and just and the chain and and I also had Final Destination 3, which which is the one where they're on the roller coaster, and some of the deaths in that are really, really good. But I didn't have anything more than that for 2006.
Andy, what you
Oh,
got?
a lot
Casino
of
Royale.
Casino Royale, yeah.
Yeah.
My films are a lot more light-hearted and comedy-based. Um, got Just My Luck, which was Lindsay Lohan, I think.
I'll have a look.
Uh, and I want to say Chris Pine is the actor. But yeah, that was a great comedy film where they I can't remember how now someone starts with the luck. I think the girl
Correct.
starts with
It's
luck
Chris
and then
Pine and Lindsay Lohan.
okay, cool. Yes, I think Lindsay Lohan starts with the luck. She then falls for this guy, kisses him, and then he's like really down on his luck and shit job. Everything's falling apart for him. As soon as he kisses her, he takes her luck basically, and everything starts going right. And then she's trying to get her luck back. Basically, she realizes what's happened, and then they
Also,
like fall for each other.
also features McFly apparently.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, there's a scene with McFly. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
There's also Eight Below with Paul Walker, which is to do with the eight sort of snow dogs. Quite a sad film, sad ending. Step Up, the first Step Up film. Obviously, I quite liked a lot of the dance films back then. Another musical, High School Musical, great film. Love all the films from that.
Wait, High School Musical was in 2006. I thought it was 2007.
It said 2006 when I was looking at it earlier.
No, I think High School Musical 2 actually might have been 2007, to be fair. That would be an honorable mention. I actually really enjoyed the first
High School Musical is 2006.
Yeah, I'd have that in my honorable mention as well.
And then two more sort of serious films. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Not my favourite one, but still very good. And also Inside Man, which I love anything to do with sort of bank robbing films. So
if that's the one with Denzel Washington in and Clive Clive Owen in? Yeah, and Naomi Watts.
Yeah. It's definitely got Clive Owen and Denzel Washington in it because Clive Owen is the one in the bank and he's the one paying the highest. Denzel Washington's like the FBI or whoever is the investigator.
That's an honorable mention for me. I love that film. I completely forgot that came out in 2006. I also remember as a kid, and this is going to sound really stupid, but I'm going to say it anyway. I had the DVD of Inside Man, and on the cover, it looks nothing like Denzel Washington because in the movie he's only got like he's got like a moustache. But in all of the other movies, he looks so different to anything like an Inside Man. But then sometimes when you actually watch the movie, he looks like identical. It's weird how 1 minute he doesn't look like Denzel Washington, and then the next shot he looks exactly like Denzel Washington. And as a kid, I remember like being really confused by that whole concept. But yeah, that's a film that I'd love to rewatch now as an adult because I feel like now it would make even more sense of when it was when I was like 10-year-old watching it.
Just you saying that with White Chicks when I was younger, I'm assuming you've both seen White Chicks.
Yeah, what year did that come out?
Absolutely.
I can't remember now, but I hope it's not one of these years.
I think we always spoke about that one.
Yeah, I think that was 2004.
Yeah.
I hope it was.
Yeah, so obviously where they play the two guys play the twins, don't they?
Yeah, the Wayne brothers.
Yeah, and obviously they look completely different to what the actual twins look like. But I used to like look at them and think, do people actually think they look like the twins? Like, are they actually fooling people? And that's exactly what I used to think as a kid. And you saying that about Denzel Washington just brought that back.
Yeah, it is a bit far fetched because like growing up, people are like, well, that's like the ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life, or that is just someone dressed up as a woman. But yeah, I think that now when I watch White Chicks, but obviously as a kid, I never thought of that concept ever.
So yeah, I know this is way off topic, but White Chicks has 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I
That's
know,
crazy. All the comedies that we like American Pie, Euro Trip, like all the Road Trip, all those sort of films have low percentage scores, and I just don't get it because they're
what's the audience score of that? Like, that must be high.
Which is still not great. Going back to War of the Worlds quickly, did you see Amazon Prime have a new War of the Worlds movie that's just come out this week?
Oh, really?
So it's featuring Ice Cube, right? It's Ice Cube. And from what I understand, the concept is that it's War of the Worlds, but from like one point of view. So it's basically, have you seen The Guilty?
I don't think so.
So The Guilty is basically Jake Gyllenhaal. I think it's based on it actually might be Norwegian actually, but the American remake is Jake Gyllenhaal in a room. He's like a people you ring the ambulance and you're on the phone kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
So it's just
I
sitting
think.
there, and you
Yeah.
hear him on the phone to this woman the whole time, and it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
trying to escape from her husband or whatever. So it's that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
concept, but War of the Worlds. So I imagine it's Ice Cube in a room and dealing with the situation, but without seeing anything. So the Rotten
That's
Tomatoes score is 0.
wow. That
Oh
is
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, apparently it
Oh
is
That must.
dear.
horrendously bad. Because I saw it on there, I was like, I fucking love War of the Worlds. Here we go.
Yeah.
And the
0.
0%, and the audience score is 14.
Oh man, it would be funny if I like pranked you with that one. Was like sent it over. It's like you would have
Yeah.
believed me if I sent it into the chat saying it got
I
0%.
I do think White Chicks has become cult like over its 20 years since it came out. Because there's still those memories that there was going to be a White Chicks 2 at
Oh
some
yeah,
point.
there's a lot of fan calls for White Chicks too. I
Yeah,
don't get the scores on that. The audience score in particular.
yeah,
Um,
ridiculous.
I think it's my turn for honorable mentions. I had some of the same: Casino Royale, Saw 3, Half Nelson. Um, but there's some you
Oh,
guys missed. Have you seen the film Glory Road? It's a film
no.
about basketball. It's based on a true story. Andy,
I might
you
have
like
seen it.
basketball, so you'd love it.
Yeah,
It's about how the first African American basketball team was made. So obviously, way back, it was still just white men playing basketball, even professionally.
yeah,
And this teacher or maybe a coach, I don't know if it's a school team or like I don't know what it was. I think it's a school. Starts introducing African American people into his team, and there's a lot
Does
of
do
racist
they
abuse to them and stuff. So it's about how
yeah,
that was happened.
do they
Um,
show like scenes where they go to a restaurant and not allowed in the restaurant and stuff,
yeah,
or they like get kicked
and
out and
they go
start
to
fights?
like
Yeah, I
a
think I've seen it.
hostel, like hostels, and there's like graffiti all over their doors when they're staying there and stuff. It's pretty
Yeah,
bad, but it's a really good film.
Mm.
Mission Impossible 3, which
Oh yeah.
is
I thought you
one
might say that. I did see that when I was
one of the
looking.
well,
Yeah.
it's not one of the better ones, but it's best of the first three. Click, Adam Sandler,
Oh yeah, I saw that. So I don't know why I didn't write that down. I love Click.
Happy Feet.
No.
Steven doesn't like
I
Adam
know he doesn't.
Sandler.
Yeah, Happy Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Happy Feet is
yeah.
Oh
underrated.
Didn't
yeah.
think.
I like. I think I would have put that as a normal mention.
Um,
I,
Going to Pixar, you got Cars,
yeah, cause
and then back to Robin Williams, Night at the Museum.
yeah, no one.
Okay.
That's got
Um,
Ben
Ben
Stiller
Stiller,
in,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is unpopular. I didn't actually like Cars. I know that's very unpopular. I wasn't a fan out
It's
of all the
not
Pixar films.
it's not the best Pixar film, but it is a good
No.
film.
Yeah.
I
I
mind
just
that.
didn't get on with it as a kid. But yeah, that's by the by.
Let's move on then to 2007. Who hasn't? Oh, I haven't gone first yet, have I? So I'll go first on this one. I am gonna go with a little film called Superbad.
Yeah.
There's
That is on my list.
a lot of comedies on mine, as you'll find out.
Yeah.
Um, this year had a lot of good films, and this is the year that I know Steven's answer. I just know it, and if I'm wrong, I'll be shocked. Um, but yeah, Superbad is just again another genius comedy. Jonah Hill. I always forget what's Michael Cera. Then I always forget the other guy's name. But let's just call him McLovin.
McLovin.
Um,
It's funny
Oh.
because when we went to when me and my friend went to London recently, they had the McLovin badge. Like there was a random store selling McLovin
McLovin
like
badges,
ID
yeah.
badging. Yeah,
Is
it was pretty
that's
cool.
Christopher Mintz Priz's character? He's the actor that plays McLovin. I'm pretty confident.
I've not seen him in anything else, but he's funny in this.
He's in Kick-Ass.
Yeah, he's in
I haven't
Kick-Ass.
watched Kick-Ass.
He's red.
Oh,
Oh, he's Red Mist or the
Um,
motherfucker.
but yeah, Superbad is just hilarious. I love Jonah Hill. I know he hasn't got the best
yeah,
reputation these days, but I love him. I think he's funny in everything he's ever done.
Yeah,
And
no, he's
Michael
funny.
Cera's comedy is really good to me. Like he's again, like you say, like very straight faced,
yeah,
kind of dry
yeah.
humor. And obviously, you got Seth Rogen in this as well, as a policeman who's very funny. And I think this
Oh,
was
yeah.
my first introduction to Emma Stone potentially. Um, but yeah, it's an absolutely brilliant film. So funny. There's no point going on about every scene because we could go
I,
through it forever. But
I just love it how that made introduction to Emma Stone, and I was like, oh yeah.
I mean, I never really thought. Obviously I thought she was good looking, but I didn't think she had gone to have the career that she's had. She's obviously a fantastic
she's
actress as well.
yeah,
As
Yeah.
and also that Superbad hit at the time where like, and this sounds really weird, what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. It was like Seth Rogen peak. at that time, like if Seth Rogen was in a comedy, and there's like a couple other ones in that year that I will definitely have in my honorable mentions, and probably you will as well, all three of you.
No, I've
He
not put
was really
anyone
hit.
up.
You're missing one.
Unless it's your
I don't
favorite.
Indeed.
I
think
didn't know if he was in that, but
no,
Uh,
no, it's. I don't
no.
think any of Welchy what Steven's thinking about, but I haven't wrote down either. Forgot about it.
Oh, okay. But there was a time where he was really sort of hitting his stride with comedy. So yeah, it hit at that same time.
let's go to Stephen because I think I know your answer.
So can I just? I'm gonna. What do you think I've picked out of curiosity?
Andy, do you know what he's picked?
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz.
So you will be pleased
That's-
to know, or excited to know, that it is absolutely
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz. Right?
I was gonna say, it has to be
when
Hot
when
Fuzz.
Welchy said it earlier in the group chat, I was looking through the films. I was like, there's so many films here that are like so good that you would potentially pick. And then I saw Hot Fuzz, like, okay, that's what Welchy means.
And it's exactly that. I had it down when I got to this. I was like, right, Hot Fuzz, we know. But I will say that the list is
It's
so
very good.
high.
It's very good.
These next 2 years, like the honorable mentions could have kept going. I had to stop myself because otherwise I'd just, this is too many. But Hot Fuzz, man. There's not much more I need to say about it. It is by far my favourite movie out of the Cornetto trilogy, the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy. I mean, I loved Shaun of the Dead, and I've got a massive soft spot for The World's End, but Hot Fuzz is just genius. Like, it's one of those films where the more and more you watch it, just the funnier it gets. I also remember, so again, like to my dad, and maybe like as he was nearing the end of his life, he then became even more, or like mellow is not the wrong word, but like his taste of movies changed because when he watched Hot Fuzz first time, he thought it was awful, and I was like, I got really upset by the fact that I was showed it to my dad and thought he's going to find this hilarious, and it just didn't hit for him. But in the later years, when he rewatched it again, I think there's after one like Champions League match, I said, "Oh, Hot Fuzz is on, let's watch it," and he like laughed out loud at every point. So it grew on him the more that he watched it.
It's got one of my favorite
It's
scenes in most comedies. It's when I think it's right near the beginning where he's the underage drinker in the bar.
yes.
And he
Yeah.
says, when's your birthday? 10th of March, whatever he goes. He goes, what year? He goes,
Oh no, he goes
every
20,
year?
yeah, he goes 22nd of February. What year? Every year. No, and then the other guy goes, which birthday? 22nd of May, 1969. You're 37. Yep, get out. It's even like the use of imagery of in that sequence when it has the guy with the braces and the light like flashes in Nicholas Angel's eyes to illustrate of how young it's like. It's just so
Yeah.
so clever. There's so many different quotes that you can throw to the table. But it also has a really clever story and it goes quite dark because like for the first sort of 40 minutes of it, you're just thinking, oh, this is just a standard buddy cop, quite a fun sort of meta take on the police action Michael Bay style movies. And then it just goes completely insane when people start getting like killed, but in really gruesome fashions. And then like I was a massive fan of the Tony Scott movies, which is like Man on Fire, Take the Pen, 1, 2, 3, that kind of quick style. And Hot Fuzz in its third act takes that and kind of takes the piss out of it. But it's just really, really funny. I think of the sequence where they shoot in the bar and the bear trap falls on Roy, and she goes, "Somebody call the police," and that they all swarm in. It is an unbelievably funny film, and I think it is just. It was at that point where I went from thinking, "Oh, Edgar Wright is a really talented director, like he is a genius," and he's not let his guard down from that point. The fact that him and Simon Pegg co-wrote it together, like they are working on another film, so I'm really excited. It's not obviously going to be anything linked to the Cornetto trilogy, but like they're geniuses, and I've not met anyone that has actually now. I converted my dad,
Yeah.
so I can
I was gonna
exclude him
say,
now
you did
from
read
it.
that,
But I haven't met anyone outside of
yeah.
that have watched Hot Fuzz and gone, oh, I didn't really enjoy it. The debate is of which one is better, Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz. But I lean more towards Hot Fuzz as much as I absolutely love Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, I think it's just
Impossible to
personal
choose.
taste. I one day will say Shaun of the Dead, then I'll watch Hot Fuzz again and go, oh, maybe not, maybe it's Hot Fuzz. So
Yeah.
they're very similar. Andy, I'm not as sure on your pick for this year.
Mine could have easily been Superbad or Hot Fuzz, but I had a feeling you'd choose Superbad, Welchy, and I knew Steve was going to choose Hot Fuzz, so I went for something different. It's a film I've mentioned before that I really like, and that's Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, and it is my favorite film off the Pirates of the Caribbean series. The whole Davy Jones getting the finding the heart. Spoiler: Will Turner sort of then the whole twist at the end with Will Turner actually becoming the captain of the flying, I can't, whatever the boat's called, but he then becomes the captain. Um, yeah, it was just a great film, and like obviously I always see things on like memes on Facebook, or not really memes, but like all the articles on like Davy Jones and the CGI back then, and then like comparing it to like today's like CGI, and it's like how can that be so good back then, and we're still getting like terrible CGI in some films this around like this time. So like him as a character, like that's what I think why I loved it so much. His character like was like one of my best villains, and the way that he looked, like it was terrifying every time he came on the screen. And then the fact that he was being controlled by someone, it's like, wow, you got this badass character, and then someone's managed to find a way to control him to do what they want, and then the whole like him overcoming that and sort of getting control again. But yeah, I just love pirates. Obviously, you know, from me loving the Black Flag game, Assassin's Creed, it's great, and obviously great cast, Orlando Bloom. I was going to call her Elizabeth Swann then. Keira Knightley, and I don't actually know what the character's name he plays David Jones is. Obviously, Jack Sparrow.
Johnny
But
Depp.
it's just
Johnny Depp, not Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. It's been a long night. But yeah, the cast is amazing, and the build up from the first two films leading into this one just wraps everything up so nicely. And I don't think they've been as good after them. But yeah, it's my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean film. But yeah, it was a tough year. Like I said, it could have easily been Hot Fuzz or Superbad, but I knew you would choose one of those. So
I'm laughing to myself thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean because it's in one mentions of epic movie of when they take the piss out of Pirates of the Caribbean and they call it Captain Jack Swallows. And I can't not think about that. Or when they do the song of like, we're the pirates, war of the Caribbean, we're the pirates. And it's just like, oh, honestly, and just like seeing Captain Jack like just being taken the piss out of. Like, there's a lot of spoof movies in like my honorable mentions of just I think of that first where you were talking about Pirates of the Caribbean. I was laughing myself thinking that sequence from epic movie. It's just so funny.
Have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean, Stephen?
I saw the first one, which was it the Curse of the Black Pearl in 2003?
Yeah, that's the first one.
But again, I know it's controversial. It didn't. As a kid, I didn't enjoy them. I didn't get on with them. I think the first one I found quite long, and then like some of them are like 2 hours 45, and I just don't have the patience for it. Maybe I'll go back to it one day and enjoy it. But
what's that film you watched this year, which was like 6 hours long?
Yeah.
No, I thought length is not a problem because I went to see the I know film you're about the 3 hours 35 minutes one, the Brutalist.
That's it.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's just something about the Pirates movies that doesn't sting to me. But I've heard they're like quite dark.
It's in the first one, so
for
me they get better and better. It's like Harry Potter. It sort of gets darker and darker and better as it goes on.
People keep banging on to me about watching it at some point, but again, at the moment, all I think about is epic movie. So that's kind of ruined Pirates for me because I'll be watching all the Pirates movies and just be laughing at that concept.
So I want to move on because obviously we said this would be a shorter one and we're already at an hour. We've got 2 years to go. So quick honorable mentions. 28 Weeks Later. I'm sure you've both got. Fantastic Four.
I thought you were going to pick that, Andy.
Fantastic Four Silver Surfer, which is not as good as the first one, but Ratatouille.
Yeah,
I had Hot Fuzz. Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah,
my
second. Pretty much put the Harry Potter films in all of these years.
My second place was between this and Superbad. I Am Legend. Which I just absolutely adore that film.
Is there a second one coming out?
Yes, with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Another film that I absolutely love. I don't know if you've watched it or not, but this is one of my most watched movies because it's a long story, but I've watched it multiple times with different people, and it's called Awake.
Oh, with Hayden.
Yes, with Hayden and Jessica Alba.
Yeah, I love that film. That's like because he's asleep on the he's awake on the operation.
He wakes up when he's having his heart surgery, which is just terrifying.
And then you have the whole big twist with Jessica Alba. I love that film.
Such a good film. One I'm sure is going to be on Stevens is Paranormal Activity. And then I've got Run Fat Boy Run. I didn't know if it was this year or a different year, but Run Fat Boy Run,
That's got
obviously.
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg, yes, yeah.
Is it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And he gets the massive blister. I don't know if you remember that scene. That's a funny scene. Stephen, you got any more?
I mean, Paranormal Activity was really close because
Mm.
I just think that movie is genius, and like the idea that something can affect you in the most safest place, which is your bedroom,
And the budget
like
was
that.
like pennies.
Yeah, like I can't wait, Andy, for you to watch Paranormal Activity because it's such an experience. It is so realistic. I think it will absolutely terrify you. So that needs to come back for its 20th anniversary, so we can go to the cinema
I
to
would
watch
like
it.
to watch that in cinema. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
because you're
happily watch
you're
it.
you're gonna shit yourself generally. So I'll just whiz through them. I had Spider-Man 3.
I
I had
purposely didn't put that one in because
300.
it's my least favorite.
See, I'm weird. I really like Spider-Man 3. I had 300, epic
Oh
movie.
yeah.
I had Nicolas Cage's Next, which I don't know if any of you have seen. I quite like
I
that
don't think
movie.
I've seen that. No.
Okay. I had I Know Who Killed Me, which was the Lindsay Lohan horror that I spoke about
Oh,
only
yeah.
recently,
Oh, okay.
actually.
Yeah, you want to watch that?
I had Shooter. I had Shoot 'Em Up with Clive Owen,
There's a
which has
theme
got
here.
a sequence where he like kills someone with a carrot. That's all you need, really.
Okay.
Like, it's so cool. Saw 4. I then had Planet Terror and Death Proof, which are Grindhouse from Tarantino. I had Zodiac from David Fincher, The Simpsons movie, and
Bloody hell.
Hairspray.
Hairspray.
Yeah, I loved Hairspray because it's just a great musical. Got a great soundtrack.
That's the one with John Travolta, isn't it?
Yeah, playing a woman.
Yeah. Cool. 2008. Let's stick with Stephen. What's your film for 2008? We might have a freeway
Oh,
tie here.
That were
The-
my honourable mentions.
Oh, sorry. I thought you did yours, Andy. You did do yours.
No, I didn't.
Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, Andy. Go on. Yeah, you do yours.
Oh, there's only one left, and that's American Gangster.
Oh yeah,
with
the Denzel Washington. Yeah, Ridley
I've
Scott
seen
film.
that
That
film
would
several
be.
times.
Yeah, that's a great film.
Sorry, Andy. I genuinely thought you'd done yours.
That's okay. I forgive you.
Terrible.
2008, Stephen. Have we all got the same one here?
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
it.
I
We
didn't
should say
have
it together, like in
No,
brief
because it'll
one.
sound weird on the podcast.
Oh, okay. The Dark Knight, I've got.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the Dark Knight, obviously.
Yeah.
Don't even have to ask you that. You know.
I will say though, 2008 was an unbelievable year of movies. B, it was the first year that I started really going to the cinema. So I was 10, and I remember
Fucking
seeing
hell.
loads of trailers for movie. I know 10. I remember seeing
15.
loads of movie trailers for movies that I just wasn't old enough to see, but like being super excited for thinking one day I'll go to cinema and watch that kind of movie. But The Dark Knight, I mean, it is probably the best superhero movie that has ever been made up to this point. I know, obviously, I haven't seen the Avengers, so that might.
I still
don't
agree
know
with
if
you.
you
I still think it's the best for me.
you still think Dark Knight is the best superhero movie of all time.
As a one-off, the thing with Avengers is you get the whole
Yeah.
build up in the whole universe, so you get probably more feeling out of it. But as a standalone movie, I think it's the best.
Yeah, and I mean, Batman Begins set the tone because, like, people forget, but like the Batman franchise after Batman and Robin was on its knees. Like George Clooney, I love him, but he did a terrible job. If you've seen Batman and Robin, it is an absolute shitstorm of a movie. So, like, they thought the franchise was dead buried. Christopher Nolan comes back. Batman Begins sets the groundwork, and then at the end of Batman Begins, you see the Joker card, so you know that the next movie, the Joker's back, and like it really saddens me that Heath Ledger didn't get chance to see the great performance that he put in, and ultimately it was that performance that contributed to his passing. But it was just unbelievable. I also think secretly, I can't remember his name. Is it Aaron Eckhart? I want to say that's the actor's name. Who plays Two-Face, Harvey Dent.
Oh yeah,
He
Oh.
silently steals the show.
he's very good. Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
And it kind of becomes sort of his, like, the Joker's obviously the main villain, but Two-Face kind of comes and steals a little bit of the limelight from the Joker because of how good his performance is.
There's one bad scene though, and I think we've mentioned it on the podcast before.
With the Joker.
Yeah, with the Joker in the hospital, where he's wearing the mask, and it's so obviously the Joker.
Yeah.
And he's talking to Harvey Dent, and he takes the mask off, and Harvey Dent goes, "Oh my god, it's a Joker!" It's like,
Yeah,
come
no, I
on.
get that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I do appreciate that, but there's just so many standalone movies. I mean, like, even like you've got performers like Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine,
Mm.
and Gary Oldman. They're like, I mean,
What a
Gary
cast.
Oldman is like his performance is great on its own, but he does have a central role towards the end of the movie, but he's not like the main focus. But he's so good that you think he's the main character, but he's not. He's a side character to everything else going on. You know, it's got a brilliant soundtrack by Hans Zimmer. I love how he composed the sort of the dread. So like the ratchet up of the which they actually like used and like tested it through with scientists coming in to see does that actually nerve people. So like the soundtrack is deliberately meant to unnerve you, and it's just that attention to detail that we've seen with Christopher Nolan. And I know when I'm watching a Christopher Nolan film that it's not going to be a bad film because he's just got it. He's just got it in spades, and yeah, it
Apart
is
from
the best
Dunkirk.
Batman film.
Dunkirk is a waste of time.
No, see, I love Dunkirk.
They're
Absolutely
doing
love it.
obviously a big thing next year with his movies, aren't they?
Is this year?
8 films coming.
Is this year?
Is it this year?
Yeah, they're doing it this year.
Oh, I thought it was next year.
No, they're all
What
What's
they
on
do?
Odyssey coming up?
They're all coming out to Cineworld soon, September, I think.
Okay, they're
Well, they're
bringing like
re-releasing.
8 of his films are coming to like IMAX like over the next year.
Oh, okay.
In the build up to Odyssey coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really want to go and see Interstellar there. But yeah, I mean, Dark Knight's in mine. I would still say it's my favorite film of all time. Movies are catching up to it. Don't get me wrong. Like I do love Endgame. I do love Dune 2. But it's something about the Dark Knight, and I think that something is Heath Ledger's performance of Joker. But it's
Yeah.
not just
Yeah,
that.
he can't be touched.
Christian Bale is my Batman, and people
Yeah.
might not like it like that much, but I think he is a fantastic Batman. And like you
Yeah,
say,
he is.
Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, I can't remember the Harvey Dent guy's name, but he's amazing.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart,
We just spoke about him.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Like, what a bloody cast. And
Yeah.
it's just one of those films that I just will never, ever say no to watching. It's just
No.
that good.
And
I think it has
took-
the
Go on, Adam.
sorry, I was just gonna say it's like the best intro to any film that I've seen. I watched this
Oh,
for
yeah.
the first time with my cousin Jason on Blu-ray, and I can't believe I hadn't watched it before. And just seeing that opening scene where they like rob the bank, and then you got the Joker with like wearing the mask, and he takes off at the end. It's like it just gives me
Yeah.
goosebumps every time
do-
I'm watching that.
I do love the Dark Knight Rises intro as well, though, on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love because a lot of people like I think The Dark Knight Rises
Very good
is
film.
is almost as good as The Dark Knight. And I think it like the fact it takes on like to carry on that performance from The Dark Knight with such another solid performance.
My issue with that film is
I
more
love
the
both.
ending.
Yeah, I was about to agree with that. I think that it doesn't end in the way that I would have liked. And I also think, and this isn't a disrespect to Dark Knight Rises, The Dark Knight is so good that any film after that is just not going to be as good unless you have like literally 10 out of 10. And I would say Dark Knight Rises is like more of a 8.59, where Dark Knight
Yeah, but
is
that's
like,
what I mean though. Like to follow it up with that kind of rating after
yeah,
The
no, I
Dark
agree.
Knight,
Yeah,
and then have
absolutely.
like Tom Hardy as Bane, and the whole sort of Batman, the whole fall down of Batman, and then him overcoming those challenges. Like, I just love it. Like the fact when like he gets defeated by Bane basically, and then he has to come back from that and become like a whole new Batman. It's like to continue on from The Dark Knight. It's impressive to even get like a film to those standards in comparison to it, because it is so good.
I know what you're picking for 2012 then. Spoiler ahead for when we get to the next part of it.
I can't remember what other films came out in that year, but yeah, it'll be up there, of course. But yeah, Heath Ledger's the Joker. Like that's the main reason why The Dark Knight is my favorite film, because every time he's on the screen, he's just like you feel nervous, like you feel on the edge of your seat, because even when you think he's defeated, he isn't. Like it's all part of his plan. Even when he like you think Gary Oldman's obviously caught him and they put him in jail, and again like you think, oh, they finally got the upper hand on him. No, it's part of his bigger plan, and it just all falls into place, and it's just such a great performance from him. I think this is I don't know how many times I've seen this film, but it's definitely my most watched film ever. Like,
I think in terms of
times.
like Joker performances, I like Jack Nicholson's sort of pantomime version of the Joker, and like Mark Hamill in the Arkham games is literally on par with Heath Ledger, but that you can't compare because one's a movie, one's a video game. But like that's the only other Joker to me that is on par with Heath Ledger. Like even Joaquin Phoenix, I like
Oh,
his
unbelievable.
iteration of
Different
the
version,
Joker,
though.
but like Heath Ledger just won't be topped. I don't think. And if Heath Ledger is topped, then it will be like the greatest movie performance we have ever seen.
I
Like
would
that's
love
how
to see that
difficult.
film.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm on the Cineworld website, and it's actually this month the films are coming back. It's August.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I've just checked that my
I actually watched The
cinema,
Dark Knight last year.
at my
I don't
cinema,
need to
Dark
rewatch that,
Knight is on the 23rd of August. I imagine it's the 23rd of August everywhere, but just different times or something. I don't know. But
Are they doing it
Yeah.
in IMAX or like in? It's not in the 4DX
it's
thing, is it?
IMAX.
Just in IMAX. Okay.
Interstellar is while I'm on holiday, which is great. I
You
couldn't believe
can't watch it.
it. Cool. So honorable mentions, Andy. I didn't let you have a go last time, so you can go first.
To be fair, I didn't write many down just because I knew The Dark Knight was going to be my winner. But mostly comedies. So Yes Man with Jim Carrey. I love that film. Watched it again recently. And I think this is a film that you recommended to me, Welchy, when we was back in school. It's called Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh my God! I'm so
With
glad you said
Oh,
that. It's one of
yeah.
my favorite comedies ever. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. And then a Marvel film, the first of the Phase 1, Iron Man,
Iron Man.
of
Yeah.
course. So yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Any more, Stephen?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, there is.
I
I'm
know
quite
there's a lot
stunned
more.
by that.
I just write
So
down a few from each year.
I had Eden Lake, which I still maintain is one of the best British horror movies that you'll ever see. So definitely recommend it to both of you. You haven't seen it yet.
Andy, watched it
I've
recently?
seen it. I watched it. I thought, you remember you did like my
Yeah, you
review.
did. Yeah, I did like. Yeah, 'cause I was upset by your review that I forgot about it. But well, you should definitely check it out when you get a chance. It's really good. Death Race with Jason Statham. I don't know if you remember that film.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
That's really good. Doomsday. I don't know if you've seen that. That's
Doomsday.
Yes,
That's
it's a
not out yet.
dystopian.
That comes out next year, I think.
Funny. It's called Doomsday. Disaster movie. I had Wanted. The with James McAvoy and
Wanted.
Angelina Jolie. Yeah, Wanted
Oh,
2008. Ghost Town with Ricky Gervais. Love that film.
Yeah, I love that film too.
Superhero movie with Drake Bell, which takes piss out of all the superhero movies. Like it's just hilarious. I had the Incredible Hulk, The Strangers, Saw 5, Mirrors, Hellboy 2: The Golden
Mirrors.
Army, Mamma Mia, Quantum of Solace, and Step Brothers. And I could have gone on. Those are just a small selection from the year 2008. Oh, Wally as well, actually. I like Wally.
So, just realised these Christopher Nolan films. I'm sorry, I'm going back to this because it's pissed me off. They're not in just one day; they're on like multiple days. But it's literally, instead, I just cannot go and see any of these times. It's like they were like, "Oh, what times can Lewis not do? Let's do those."
Yeah.
I've done Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh yeah.
Iron Man, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which is one of it's not my favorite comedy ever, but it's one I always love. And obviously, it's got Mila Kunis in it.
Yeah.
Not that I had to
Russell
bring it up
Brand
for any reason. In Bruges. Has any of you seen In Bruges?
Yes,
Yeah,
with Colin Farrell in. That's a brilliant film.
Funny,
Some of the
funny
wordplay
film.
in that movie is just insane.
So funny. Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Which,
Oh, I was about to say that. Yeah, Seth Rogen
Seth
lives with Banks.
Rogen.
That's a hilarious film and is one of Kevin Smith's probably best written movies as well.
I'm not sure if I was just a teenager who had who liked it for other reasons, but it was also funny. Wanted I had as well. Taken.
Yeah. Oh my God, Taken. Yeah.
Wally. I had Wally as well because that's an underrated Pixar movie. Gran Torino. Have you seen Gran Torino?
Oh, Clint Eastwood. Yeah, Clint Eastwood is the old guy.
That's
Brilliant film.
So good. Hurt Locker. Yes Man, and then another film which is, I'd say, 3 of my most watched films ever are Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Awake, and this one called Cloverfield.
Oh yeah.
When they're in the bunker.
No, that's a different one. I've not actually seen that one. That's a sequel.
That's Ken Cloverfield Lane. You're thinking in 2016.
Cloverfield is the one where the monster attacks New York.
And
it's filmed by a camera, one of the camera films.
Yeah, it's a found footage movie.
Yes, I love that film.
I also forgot, just go back to 2007, one of my other honorable mentions would be Knocked Up, which was the other Seth Rogen film. It's the second film with
Okay.
the Judd Apatow, which had Jonah Hill in. And like, have you seen Knocked Up, Welchy?
No. I'd probably like it though.
Told you.
Yeah.
If you like Jonah Hill, like, yeah, go and watch Knocked Up, because it is a really funny film. I actually only watched Zack and Miri make a porno in lockdown, which
Okay.
like wasn't for. It might sound that sounds
Yeah.
really dodgy, but I'd heard good things about it, so I rented it on Amazon Prime, and I was blown away by how good that movie is. There's a bit where Seth Rogen quickly goes to the guy's house, and the wife is sitting there, and they just have this massive row. I don't know if you remember it, Welchy. It's like, saggy balls, what about these saggy ass titties? Well, motherfucker, we match. It's like, I know, it's just, what about this motherfucker wants to go all grabby on me? It's like, everybody want to grab on you. And he's like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? It's just, yeah, so funny.
2009. We could have a freeway match here. I don't think so. I'll just go. Hangover is my one.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's in my honorable mentions, but it didn't win.
Yeah, Hangover for me is. I've said it so many times tonight. One of my favorite comedy movies ever.
It's brilliant.
It's so hard to pick because I do think Borat is one of the best, but I also think Hangover is one of the best. Films like Forgetting Sarah Marshall are more just like what's happened to what?
Like to comedies, like, because I feel like comedies back then was so much better, and like
Yes.
lately, it's hard to recall as many comedy films now than there was back then.
Definitely not to this level. And yeah, Hangover was just insanely funny. I remember someone, I think Andy, you know him, Jamo, told me to watch it. I think we might have watched it together actually. And I was like, I can't be bothered to watch it. And then obviously ended up watching it with him, and yeah, laughed the whole way through.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
The taser sequence is just
the whole thing. I mean,
funny.
We're waking up with a massive tattoo on his face, a tiger in the bathroom. It's just so iconic. They never quite reached the heights of one again. I do like two, and I do like three, but unfortunately, the number one is just too good, and it wasn't repeatable. But I'm glad they did try it again, because they at least had funny moments that you can remember. But one is just unbelievably funny.
I'd say one of the funniest lines is where they find the baby in the closet, and then they go, "Oh, we'll go to breakfast. Oh, we'll just leave the baby here." And then I think it's the Bradley Cooper's character, which is called,
I can't remember his name, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you've got Alan, and you've got Stu and all of that.
Yeah.
But he goes, I'm not. Oh, Phil, that's his name. He goes, Phil, I'm not leaving the baby. There's a fucking tiger in the bathroom. It's just so funny.
And that was my introduction to all of those actors, actually. Funnily enough.
Yeah. And do you remember the Doctor as well, when they go in and you've got the old dude who then like is bare ass and he bends over the table, and then the Doctor's like examining him while they're all like standing there, and then they're just like looking at that, and then he goes, "It's okay. You have a good rest, and we'll see you on Monday." And then he turns around and he just goes, it's like, and then he goes, "Do you know where like the wedding place we can go?" And he says, "Yeah, it's in the middle of, get a map and fuck off." He says, "I'm a doctor. I'm not a tour guide." And it's just like, it's just got so many relatable, funny quotes that I can still remember word for word to this day. It's a genius movie.
That wasn't the first time you saw Bradley Cooper, surely.
It was for me, unless I didn't know I'd seen him.
You've seen Yes Man. He's in Yes Man, Bradley Cooper, and that's the year before.
I wouldn't have even clocked that it was him.
Like, Hangover was the movie that kind of kick-started his career. Though. Let's be fair. He was in films beforehand, but it kind of took him to stardom from that point. I always found the only gripe with The Hangover was the guy who in the third one is captured, and in the second one he doesn't do anything, who is actually getting married in the first Hangover movie. I always feel that he was kind of like just there.
I think that's the point. Like he's not really.
Yeah,
part
I suppose
of the
it is the
cast.
point. No. But I just love it at the end where he's like fully burnt at the top of the roof, and he goes, "Oh, we're really worried about you." He goes, "All right," and then he just goes, "You fucking assholes!" Throws to the floor, goes on the floor. He goes, "Ow, ow!" He's like, "Shut up, get me home."
I like how, as you say, he was so close to them at the beginning, like before they went off on their adventure to find him, and in the second one, it's the same. He's literally next door, in the what do you call it, with the ice, I think, with the, in hotels where you send things up and down. I can't remember.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And we haven't
Andy,
even spoke about Leslie Chow either.
exactly, exactly. He's
Yeah.
iconic. Andy, your film for 2009?
I'm not sure if this is going to be the same as Stephen, but I went for Avatar.
It was up
Um,
there for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's my favorite one out of the. Is we had three now or two?
two,
Two,
freeze this
Had
year.
two
and
for
the third one's
Freeze,
coming out.
yeah, in December.
Yeah. So out of the two, this is still my favorite. But I'm looking forward to three. I just remember like when this film first came out. Obviously, I know it had a lot of hype around it, but just like it was the first film where like I looked at it and I forget
Yes,
what it's called, Pandora, and
Pandora.
it just like looked beautiful
Yeah.
and like it just looked amazing to look out on the big screen. Um, again, the cast, I can't remember his name now, but he's in quite a few things.
Sam
Who's the main guy?
Worthington.
Yeah, Sam Worthington. Yeah,
Yeah. So like yeah, like the story, I thought it was quite a cool story, and obviously it's hasn't concluded yet, so don't know exactly which direction it's going to sort of finish in. We've still got another three films to go.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, just it was the first film I looked at and thought, wow, that's amazing. It was fun to watch. I haven't played the game yet, but I do want to pick the game up at some point to see sort of how good that is in comparison to
Yeah.
the movie.
the
Are you
game.
thinking there's not? Yeah, that was a game came out like last
Oh,
year.
cool. Sorry.
Yeah, I've got it in my
Yeah.
collection.
So I was
The
thinking.
Waters of.
Sorry, I was thinking of the game which came out when the movie came out, and I was like, I played the demo of that, Andy. I
Oh,
wouldn't play that,
Uh,
but no, you're on about the
no,
yes, yeah,
it's
yeah.
called
yeah,
Frontiers of
Pandora.
Pandora, which
Yes,
is on my list. It's just my mate, our mate James, has already played it, and it's a really long game, so it's
it's
on my
like
list. I'll
it's
probably like,
basically Far Cry, but with an Avatar skin on it.
yeah. So I feel like once I've
yeah.
done like Life is Strange, I'm then gonna go and play that Avatar. But I've done like a couple of hours, and it looks stunning. But yeah, it's jaw dropping.
Yeah. So that's obviously the main reason I want to play the game because if the film can look that good with
Mm.
what they can do with graphics, if it's anything like the film, then just
Like
playing through that hopefully will be good.
I do remember because I remember going to watch it with my dad and my sister at the cinema when it came out and enjoyed it. I actually liked the second one much more than the first. But they're
Ooh.
still two very good. But yeah, I really enjoyed The Way of Water.
I did enjoy
But
it. I think they're very close.
yeah, but I remember at the time it was meant to be the movie that like kicked off 3D. Like 3D was going to be a real proper thing that was cemented in cinemas. I know there are moments like Jaws is coming up for its 50th anniversary. You can actually go and watch that in 3D, which I am
I'm
going to
not
go and
watching
watch.
that on my birthday.
But not on your birthday, but that's going to be a
Mate,
surprise
that is.
present
Oh
to take you to
thanks.
see Jaws. But like 3D really kind of lost its way after that. But if you just watched it in 2D, visually, it was just so arresting. And I think still it's the highest grossing movie of all time. It lost at that after Avengers Endgame. I think it reclaimed it in 2021. So I still
When it
think
got
that is the
re-released, yeah,
yeah, I think that is still the highest grossing movie ever made. So it is a
it's
worthy
crazy.
pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the fact that obviously he waited so long to make the second film because of the technology and stuff shows like the dedication to
Yeah.
making sure it's the best quality films that are going to be released. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's just got me hyped for number three even more. So yeah, I do need to go. I hope they re-release number one in cinema at some point because I don't think they have replayed it yet. Oh, obviously you just said it back in 2021, but hopefully they show it again before the third film because I would like to go watch it because I didn't watch it back in 2021.
Yeah.
Avatars. I don't go to cinema. I never watch films twice in the cinema. Like very, very, very rarely. Avatar is one that I did. I watched it in 3D first, then I watched it in 2D.
Yeah.
With my family. We was actually in America on holiday when we watched it. We took time out of our holiday to go and watch this film twice.
That's how good it was.
And it was
Cool.
unbelievable. I know it's not always got the best reputation. Some people think, oh, it's not that good. It is good. Like people just being silly.
No,
Um,
it's good.
and the only other film I think I've watched twice in the cinema is Dark Knight Rises. I can think of off the top of my head.
What makes me laugh is the two movies that you've watched multiple times are like two really long films, and obviously you're notoriously
Yeah.
known for
My
like that you don't like
problem
long
with
films.
watching long films is when I'm at home. I actually don't
Oh,
mind if I go to a cinema and I know I'm there for 3 hours, fine. But at home
yeah,
or like I don't have as much time.
It's
Let
more
anyone
getting
see.
the time to watch it. Yeah.
yeah, no, I get that.
Stephen, is yours Avatar?
No, we've already spoke about it. It is
Because of it said.
Inglorious Bastards,
Oh,
Oh,
of course, yeah.
uh,
which like Honestly, I can't stress enough. I know what you've been saying for ages. You want to get on the Tarantino train. I can't emphasize how important it is to get on the Quentin Tarantino train. Um, like this film is just amazing. Bearing in mind that 75% of it is spoken in a different language for a good, I'd say maybe 2 hours. And bear in mind it's 2 hours 35. It doesn't matter. It has such an intense opening with Christoph Waltz. And I'm not going to go into major plot points because you need to watch it to experience it. But it's like Brad Pitt as you've never seen him before. It's got incredible set pieces. It's got a great story. It's emotional. Like people say that Quentin Tarantino is all about set pieces, but he's not doing set pieces of action. There is some action moments in it, but it's all about dialogue. It's all about wordplay. It's all about people double crossing each other. There's like moments where you're watching it going, do they know? Like that. So basically, because it's set in Nazi occupied France, you've got people that are hiding Jews underneath their cellars of the roofs, and then you've got the German hunters coming in. And you're like the first sequence, you're sitting there for about 7 minutes going, does Christoph Waltz's character know that there are Jews under there? Does he not know? And it's just that intensity and that feeling of dread is there. And yeah, I mean, if you watch the trailer, you think it's just a straight up action World War II film, but it's so much deeper than that. But it's got really high reviews, so people might have gone into it thinking it's not as action packed, but the story and the dialogue and the set pieces of those are so good that it carries the film all the way through. And I love Quentin Tarantino. I mean, I've said it enough times on this podcast that he is my favorite director. It's a crime that he's only got one movie left. But Inglourious Basterds is just unreal, absolutely unreal. I can't recommend it enough.
I will watch it one day, I promise. And the rest of his films. But Stephen, any honorable mentions before we go?
I do. So I've got. I did have obviously Avatar. I had Bruno, which I will say out of you've got Borat, Bruno, and The Dictator. Bruno is actually my favorite. I think Bruno is embarrassingly funny. There's so many bits that like I want to talk about, but I don't want to for two reasons. One, because we might get taken off, and two, for the fact that I don't want to spoil it for people. The Final Destination, I had Saw 6. I had Friday the 13th, The Unborn. You can tell that there's a theme here of all these horror movies.
Yeah.
The Last House on the Left. I had Zombieland, Drag Me to
Zombieland.
Hell, The Hangover. I had 2012, the Roland Emmerich disaster movie. That was really good. And I also had The Lovely Bones, which was a Peter Jackson film. I don't know if either of you saw that.
Yeah, with Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, Stanley Tucci plays the child murderer,
Yeah,
and then yeah, she's stuck in like the in between. If you haven't seen that, Welchy, that is a really really good movie. I remember going to watch that at the cinema. I remember at the time thinking, like, as I've got older, that was only given a 12. I'm like, how the hell did that get a 12? And I went to see it when I was 11, so I was in that category of watching a movie where I'm thinking, I don't think this is very suitable for children, but that's the rating that it got. But yeah, I also like special shout out to Zombieland. That is a hilariously funny movie, and just if you're a movie nerd, it's got so many great moments in it. Like yeah, so that was very high up there. But yeah, if there's a Tarantino film out, it's normally going to win for me.
Andy, any more?
There's just one other, and speaking of being up there, it is called Up, and it's one of my favorite.
What was Up 2009?
Yep.
Oh, well, I don't think it was later. Yeah, I like that.
So, yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's a classic, and the fact that the story can be quite relatable to articles that I see on the news now, where they're building sort of motorways around someone that's decided not to sell their house to a company, and it's just an emotional story, and yeah, I love it.
I had Avatar and Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, of course.
District 9, which is a fun film. Blindside with
I think I watched that at school.
We did watch it in school, but
we watched it. Yeah,
also watched it elsewhere. Gamer
with Sandra Bullock in.
Yes,
with
Michael C. Hall.
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler and Michael C. Hall.
Yeah. That's a really good film.
And actually, it is officially the saddest film I've ever watched. Archie.
Archie.
It's about a dog. That's
Okay.
all I'm
Uh,
gonna say.
I mean,
I
Marley and me.
can't spoil. It's much sadder than Harley and me, Marley and me. Um, I will say there's no way you can watch this film and not cry. It is impossible. I tried so hard, and it is the saddest film I've ever watched in my life. It is horrendous in a
What's
good
it
way.
called?
you,
Harchi. How do you spell that?
Hachi.
Okay.
It's based on a true story, and
Okay.
that's where it
Is it
gets
on
you.
anything?
I'll have a look for you, but yeah, it's a very good film as well. Like it's a genuinely good film, but it's just so sad, and it's heart wrenchingly sad.
I I just also remember that I had two more because when you speak about Gamer, I had also Crank 2 High Voltage with Jason Statham. I don't know if you've seen the Crank
Yeah, I've
movies.
seen all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also had, which I've
That's
just
got the second
remembered,
one's got Amy Smartin, isn't it?
yeah, both of them, Crank 1 and 2 have got Amy Smart in.
I just remember certain scenes from the second one with her. But
I also remember certain scenes from the first one as well with her in. And also, I've literally just seen it on DVD, The Punisher Warzone, which was the 2009. It had Dominic West as the main villain. I don't know if either of you saw that.
I'm not sure I've
Marvel
seen that
film,
one though.
really, really violent, really cool.
Cool. I think that's it then. I think we've done our 2000. Oh, well, Naughties now. Naughties is done. Next time we do one of these, it will be 2010, 2014.
And I already know my 2010
Yeah.
film. I've written it down.
Okay,
Did I
you did the wrong names, didn't you?
did I mention my honorable mentions the movie Watchmen 2009? Did I say Watchmen? I can't
No,
remember if
you
I did or
didn't.
not.
No.
Okay, well, Watchmen is definitely because that almost won as well. To be fair, like if Inglourious Basterds didn't come out, I probably would have selected Zack Snyder's Watchmen because I don't. Have you seen that? Any both of you seen that?
No.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, very very good. So there's so many movies. I'm like, come on, guys, you need to watch them.
I shouldn't be the host of a movie podcast, to be honest, but here we are. Cool.
You're
As we
learning.
said, it's meant to be a shorter episode today, but it's an hour and a half. But we're not doing what we've been watching this week. So before we go, before with that, I should say, anyone listening, submit your films for the years 2005, 2009, and we'll read them out in a future episode, either the next one or when we next do this. Because obviously you might have disagreed with us, you might have agreed with us. I mean, in 2007, 8, we would agree with Dark Knight, or
Yeah.
7,
Yeah.
whatever it was. Are we wrong? Is there a better film than Dark Knight? I don't think you'll find one, but maybe we're wrong.
No.
But let us know. But before we go, Andy, do you want to let everyone know where they can follow you?
Yes, please. So you can find me over on Twitch at Andy_White_07 and also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at AB Collectibles or AB Collectibles24, and should already be out by the time that this podcast uploads, but a cool giveaway that we won relating to Harry Potter. So keep an eye out for that video. Thank you very much.
And Stephen, where can people follow you?
Yeah, just on my TikTok at DJ Bagpuss and on my YouTube channel of the same name. My Analyze Arsenal series will be up and running, so check that out. And there'll be other content on my TikTok that you'll be able to watch whenever you decide or if you want to watch them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, Premier League
Yeah,
has
I was thinking-
started. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's Arsenal as
That's
well.
very weird to think about.
It would be what? Arsenal won 6-0 against United. Incredible.
Yeah.
Like 4-0 inside 10 minutes. Couldn't believe it.
Thanks again for tuning in to the Late Night Movie Podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please give us a follow, leave a rating, and tell a friend about us, as word of mouth goes a very long way. You can follow us on all social medias with the handle at the LNG Pod, and be sure to join our Discord community using the link in the podcast description. Next week, we are not going to be reviewing weapons because that would have already happened. Can anyone remember what we're doing we don't actually know what we're doing when we're back yet. We was going to review together, but Andy and Stephen were able to see that early, so it's up in the air. It could be a quiz show, it could be the review of The Room, which Andy picked for the next A to Z. So a bit up in the air, but there will be one next week as you're listening to this. For Andy and Stephen's sake, we're not recording one. You know when we're recording,
Yeah.
when we're not.
Yeah.
Until then, I've been your host, Welchy, and my guests have been Andy
Yeah, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure as always. And yeah, looking forward to the next episode.
and Stephen.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. I love doing these kind of videos and looking forward to when we get on to the late 2010s or I don't even know what would we call that? You got noughties, the
Tens?
tweens.
The tens, I don't know.
The
Yeah.
early
Oh,
tens.
I think about South Park when they just call it the tweens, the tween wave.
Tweens, I do.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week.